Here we are, January 29th, 2022. Yes, this is a current video. See the crane, see the wall. If you're watching this, you're watching it from social media, which is your only source for the truth. Because the media of the country that you love was bought for $600 million. $600 million that this country could not afford. But the liberal government could afford it, so that they could shut everyone up. So that they could choose the information that is broadcast through the Fifth Estate. It's called the Fifth Estate because it used to be that it was part of your rights, your inalienable rights as a human fucking being to receive the truth. All of it. Not some of it. Not an under-exaggerated amount of it. The truth. Those camera feeds on Highway 401, which run every single day, those were disabled when the convoy went through, so that they could hide from you how many people are on the way. They don't want you to know that, because they want to keep calling you a small fringe minority. They want to hide the fact that many of you took the vaccine out of fear, so that you could go and see your loved ones. They said if you want this, which is your fucking right, then you have to take this. And now they're saying if you want food, then you have to pressure the truckers into giving up their right. Disgusting. I'm appalled with the media in this country. Shame. But that shame can be overcome. It's not too late. You, the media, the journalists, those people who stand for truth, do it now. Do it on social media. Write it on a wall. Do something to show the truth that you are not allowed to show. There are 1.5 million people on their way to the Capitol. They'll be here tomorrow. Not 1,200. Not some obscure tiny amount of people. 1.5 million. Add that to the people who are there. Right fucking there. Deny those people are there. Brothers and sisters from the United States have the balls to do what many of us don't. And that's shameful for us. And yet, some people in this country want to talk about them as if all they're interested in is violence, generalizing an entire culture. The liberal people in this country do that. The people who supposedly stand against racism and generalizing people and passing judgment without any fucking information. That's who does it. So all those people who call themselves left and then they spew this filth of bigotry, shame. You are not the left. You're so fucking far to the left that you're the goddamn worst form of right. You're the right wing. To the many officers of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, thank you. Thank you for being fair, even when your government is unfair. Even when the information that people receive is unfair. You were fair. You allowed peaceful people to go about their democratic goddamn right. Thank you. We will never forget that. As we will never forget our American brothers and sisters who are parked at the border, who are on their way to Ottawa, who are already part of the convoy. Look to Denmark. Look to the United Kingdom, where mandates have ended and the apocalypse has not arrived and life is carrying on. Freedom is not found in a syringe. That's what junkies think. Freedom is a tree of liberty. Denmark and the United Kingdom decided to water that tree and allow it to bloom. And that's what we do tomorrow. We will water the tree of liberty and allow liberty and freedom to bloom. Not to give up our rights to somebody else as if we don't have the fortitude and intelligence to save our goddamn selves. To Australia, stay strong. Welcome to the cause. Thank you for making the world pay attention. To Brazil, thank you for taking to your highways and showing that the tree of liberty lives in Brazil. To Italy, thank you for taking to your streets and highways. This already has been a long haul, and it could be a longer haul still. And we will all stay strong, because if we allow the tree of liberty and the rights that we are guaranteed, the inalienable rights that we are guaranteed, not as Canadians, as human beings. This is an experimental drug. That is not a conspiracy theory. We used to have standards medical science standards for what was considered experimental. Those are gone. We changed the rules. They changed the rules. Personally, I believed in those rules. I believed in a certain amount of testing. I believed in a certain amount of observation. I believed that the long-term side effects of the cure should be as important as the long-term side effects of the fucking disease. And when there's 5 million people here in Ottawa, and they have to stop saying that it's 5% of the population who gives a fuck about our freedom and liberty, and when we finally get a no confidence vote, and we eliminate a leader who doesn't believe anybody has a right to an opinion besides himself, on that day, when this is finally over, I urge you all to join the United States. The United States Supreme Court ruled that it was not constitutional to force a person to be vaccinated in order to keep their job. And a month later we find out that the end of that sentence is, unless you're a fucking trucker, then you don't have rights. You have the right to bring everybody their food when they're locked up. You have the right to remain operational when everyone else is shut down. And then you have the right to fall in line, shut your fucking mouth, and do as you're goddamn told. Those are your rights. Is that fair? Is it fair that teachers who have taught for 25 years now have to fall in line or give up their pension? Is it fair that nurses had to work? They were the last ones to get the vaccine, and then they were immediately told, get it right now or fucking leave? I'll leave that to you. You can decide if that's right. You can decide if we should repay the United States for what they've done for us. The people of the United States have done for us. In the cold. We're all cold. They're not as used to cold as we are, so it sucks even more for them. And they did it. And they're still doing it. And there'll be thousands more. Maybe millions. When you're searching for information tomorrow on January 29th, I urge you to look to the town halls, the city halls, the overpasses. I urge you to share that there are more people involved in this than simply a convoy. That coast to coast, people are taking a stand in whatever way they possibly can. To those of you who are demonstrating in that way, take out your phone, get yourself on TikTok. Zuckerberg won't let you in. Why? Because he's on the extreme left as well. He's in the camp that only certain people should be allowed to speak, offer an opinion, and fucking think. So I recommend TikTok. I recommend YouTube. Make sure that everyone can see. Share it. Everyone share the information. This is what social media can be. It's a hedge against a time when the state mandates that your media can no longer offer you the truth. Use it every day, every spare minute you have. Don't be afraid of that like button. Don't be afraid of that share button, and make sure you comment and you let somebody know. Thank you for standing in the cold. Thank you for ignoring the taunts and jeers of your neighbors. Thank you for overcoming the fact that those in this country who voted Liberal believe that everybody else is retarded, and they shun us. They call us conspiracy theorists and flat earthers because we question. We question because there are scientists who question. We don't question because some burning bush told us. We question because there's still a debate, because it's still an experimental drug, because we're concerned about the possibility of getting Parkinson's in 10 years in order to avoid pneumonia. Stay strong. Help each other. Be peaceful. Don't give them an excuse. The military has already told Trudeau there's no help from us. These people are doing nothing wrong. The police have said the same. That's why our leader is hiding in a cabin, because he contracted COVID at a virtual media conference. Where were the COVID protocols that everyone has to follow? He'll be back on Tuesday, and I say, see you next Tuesday, and we all know what that means. Canada Unity at Facebook. www.canada-unity.com. This is where you find the information. GoFundMe at Canada Unity. This is where you help if you can. Every overpass, every town hall, every city hall. This is where you show and you prove that people give a fuck. Until 4 days ago, I was ashamed of what my country had become. And now I have never been prouder, because our country is not a government. Our country is people who hold values and rights, inalienable human rights, which are not removed in order that life can go back to its happy, dippy-skippy, fucking bullshit pace. Fight the vaccine, fight the virus, fight for the truth, peacefully. If you are listening to this, I love you. It doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right. You're a human being, and I respect your rights. And if it's your opinion that you shouldn't have the right to choose, then bless you. If you choose not to lead, then either follow or get the fuck out of the way. Welcome, Canada and the world, to the Freedom Convoy protest on Ottawa, January 29th, 2022. Let's all make each other proud. My name is Unacceptable Fringe. What's yours?